Namaskaram, dear friends. Today's question is, how do we overcome fear? Another really excellent question from one of my students. And what I would say first is that very almost cliche quote, "The only thing to fear is fear itself," is so true. A few things about this. In my experience, fear and ego are the same thing. And so one of my teachers always says that if we want to know what direction to take in life, we should go toward that we fear the most. Because that which we fear the most is really what ego wants us to avoid. And the reason being, it's where our evolution, our happiness, our joy, our growth will be. So another point is that these fears are really just stories. And when we keep them up in the head, they have tremendous power over us because we aren't fleshing them out. We're not questioning their logic. And so what is really important for us to do, and through meditation this happens basically, without trying, we become very self-aware and we cease to fall for the same old stories or the tape loops in the head. So do meditate. This is a very important aspect of not being hoodwinked by stories of fear from the ego. Another thing to do is to make a recording of the story that is going on in the head and then listen to it. When you get that information out of the head and you say it out loud, first of all, saying out loud in itself brings a lot of clarity, and then listening to it back brings even more clarity. The second step is to speak the truth in a second recording, which will be very clear when you come from a place of from higher self, from the mentor within who is incredibly wise. When we are told to look within, this is what we're being told to do, is to refer to that inner wisdom that we all have access to. We call it inner wisdom. And one could say that it's actually accessing higher self or the greater consciousness rather than the limited small self or ego, which is, again, extraordinarily limited and not our guiding light. So when you make that second recording from the mentor, you will speak the truth of the situation. You will know it very clearly. It will be very simple and wise information that you'll want to listen to repeatedly in order to overcome the fear story that may have been holding you paralyzed. This is extraordinarily powerful when paired with meditation. Ideally, you'll meditate twice a day, at least once a day. The most important thing, at least, being that you're consistent in your practice and do it every day. You could start with 5 minutes a day, whatever it takes to get you in a practice that is consistent and sustainable. Thirdly, with regard to overcoming fear, our higher self is always at peace. It knows no suffering. It knows the middle way, presence. Presence is who we are. Our higher self is absolutely capable of anything that we can imagine and does not have fear. So truly, what it takes sometimes is just making one small step in the direction of that which ego or the stories in the head, however you want to say that, are telling us not to do. One small step is all it takes, and the rest is taken care of for you. So simply show up and allow the universe to do the heavy lifting. When it comes to us moving into point 4, when it comes to situations that legitimately seem scary and that, there's no way you can really, let's say there's a massive world event going on that is truly frightening. Well, the way to overcome fear in that situation is to really come to a point of acceptance of that which you cannot change, an understanding of that which you can, and the ability to know the difference. And I know that's a famous, I believe it's from AA, and it's stated better than I just stated it there, but that's essentially the way to approach anything. And so in a situation where it seems out of your hands completely, there are things that are in our hands, and those are the best self-care that you can possibly manage: meditation, getting enough sleep, eating a live, vibrant, plant-based, primarily, diet, drinking clean water, taking care of the environment that you're in to make it uplifting, to bring information into your life that is uplifting. The greatest gift that we can give to the world is our happiness, our peace, our presence. Nothing else comes before that. When I'm sure that we've all encountered individuals who are high achievers, but their vibration isn't very positive, and that actually is extraordinarily contagious. So when we come from a place of peace, presence, and love, we can move mountains. And it's a lot more enjoyable. Life is easeful. Things are put into perspective. We can also remember, in the last point being, this is the 5th point, that we never die, we are never born. We're infinite beings. This is a blip on the screen. This school, this earth school. And it's here to enable us to evolve, to ideally experience self-realization. Everything that we encounter is a gift to allow us to do just that, to experience who we really are and share that gift with the world. Let me know if you have any questions. Please share them in the comments below, and feel free to please share any questions unrelated that you would like me to answer in the future. Please share, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. And thank you so much for your time. It truly is my pleasure. I send you love, light, and presence. Namaskar.